in Buddhism, there's many, many different kinds of techniques. So when you came here this morning, what did we do? We did 3 bows. We did 3 bows. We listened to the bell, and then we said the 4 great vows, and then you sat and you did walking meditation. And then some people also went into the other room here and had a Kong-ans interview with me, right? So that's another kind of technique, this Kong-ans. So this Kong-ans is this kind of question. If you've read anything about Zen, you've heard about them. You know, it's like, what's the sound of one hand clapping or something like that, right? It's this like question that when you think about it, you think, you know, it's kind of this question that stops you thinking because it's not apparent on the surface what the answer is. So that also is a kind of technique. And so all these techniques are pointing at something, and what they are pointing at is what you truly are. And Zen tends to not so much tell you, although I've just told you a bunch of stuff, and so did she, right? But as you know, telling people stuff, if you have teenage kids, you definitely know this, telling people things doesn't always work so well. So it's better if they directly experience it. So it's just like swimming. I can tell you about swimming. You can read books about swimming. You can watch the videos that you check out of the library. You can talk to your friends about swimming. You can probably go on swimming websites and go into swimming chat rooms. But in the end, when you actually get into the water and it's a little bit deep, you better actually know how to swim, right? So to teach people actually how to swim, there's also a lot of techniques. You know, I can remember why I used to be a swimming instructor. So I know you hold on to the edge of the pool and you let your body float out, and then you kick your feet. So you learn about kicking your feet, and then you practice working your arms, and then you first you're in shallow water, and then you go into deeper water like that, right? So those are all techniques to teach people how to actually swim, and you learn all kinds of different strokes, all kinds of different ways of doing it, right? Floating, bobbing around, breaststroke, crawl stroke, side stroke, backstroke, blah, 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 many of them, right? So the same thing is true in Buddhism and meditation generally, whether it's Hindu, Muslim, Christian, or whatever. There's many, 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 many techniques. Buddhism has an infinite number, and if you go to Tibetan Buddhism, you'll learn another infinite number. So there's many, many of these, and one of them is the Kong-ans. So the Kong-ans is just a question that's asked you, posed to you, and its job is to show you what you are before you have any idea about what you are. That's its job. So it's not based on explaining anything to you, and it's not intended to make you think that you're stupid, although you may think that. Its job is to just point to you what you truly are before any idea about what you are. Right? That's its job. So that's what it's doing. And those are all different types of that. So there's many, many of them. Traditionally, there's 1,700, right? So all of those 1,700 are ways of just different clever ways that people have thought up over the years for a long time, starting with these 2 people that she talked about, Bodhidharma and Miko, who lived in the 6th century in China. They're all different ways of pointing at it. So that's what they are. They're not special. They are very interesting, though, because other religions don't tend to use that kind of thing. You know, like okay, we'll have you read the books, whatever the sacred books are. We might even have you memorize them. Right? We might even have you memorize them in a language that you don't even speak. We might beat you over the head while you're reading the book. I don't know what we might do. There's many, many techniques. This is one of those techniques. It just happens to be unique to this kind of religious thread that comes out of China from the early Tang Dynasty down to the present time. And it's present in Japanese Buddhism, Korean Buddhism, and of course in Chinese Buddhism, where it originates. Now you know everything I know.